Well, let me take you back to the streets of Philadelphia, where my story begins. I was born on January 15, 1965, in a tough neighborhood, with a reputation for breeding trouble. Growing up, I saw firsthand the struggles and hardships that come with living in such an environment. I was raised by my mother Shirley, who labored tirelessly to provide for me and my 8 siblings. Life was far from easy, and I found myself drawn into the streets, getting involved in various activities that could have easily derailed my life. But one day, everything changed. I walked into a local gym, the Joe Frazier Gym, in search of some stability and guidance. It was there that I discovered my love for the sport of boxing. The discipline, the intensity, and the ability to channel my anger into something productive, boxing became my calling. I trained relentlessly, honing my skills under the tutelage of trainer Bowie Fisher. I knew that if I wanted to escape the cycle of poverty and violence that surrounded me, boxing was my way out. I dreamt of becoming a world champion, and I was willing to do whatever it took to make that dream a reality. My first professional fight took place on October 11, 1988, and I won by knocking my opponent out in the 4th round. It was just the beginning of a long and storied career that would see me become one of the greatest fighters in the history of the middleweight division. Throughout my career, I faced numerous formidable opponents, earning victories over legends such as Felix Trinidad, Oscar De La Hoya, and Roy Jones Jr. I became known for my exceptional defensive skills, strategic approach, and unparalleled work ethic. But it wasn't all smooth sailing. I endured setbacks, both inside and outside the ring. In 1994, I was convicted of a crime and served almost 5 years in prison. However, I never let that define me. I used that time to reflect, to reinvent myself mentally and spiritually. Upon my release from prison, I returned to the ring with a renewed sense of purpose. I was determined to prove to the world that even though life had thrown me a curveball, I could still achieve greatness. And I did just that. In 2001, at the age of 36, I became the undisputed middleweight champion of the world. It was a moment that solidified my place in boxing history. I defended my titles a record 20 times, defying expectations with each successful defense. I finally retired from professional boxing in 2016 at the age of 51, having accomplished more than I ever imagined. I had become the oldest world champion in boxing history, breaking the records previously held by my idol, George Foreman. But my story doesn't end there. Today, I continue to give back to my community, mentoring young kids through my foundation and advocating for positive change. I want to be an inspiration, a symbol of resilience and determination, showing others that no matter where you come from or what obstacles you face, you can rise above and achieve your dreams. That's the story of Bernard Hopkins, as told by Bernard himself. A tale of triumph over adversity, of defying expectations, and leaving a lasting legacy both inside and outside the boxing ring.